Hi, everybody. Welcome to Women Like Me. I'm having a conversation today with Sheri Sacco. She is an author in volume 2 of Women Like Me. This is the book here that Sheri wrote in. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sheri. So Sheri's a mother and a grandmother. She's got 2 beautiful little granddaughters and a grandson. She lives in Coquitlam in British Columbia. And a few things I know about Sheri from snooping around on her Facebook is that she loves the outdoors. She does a lot of hiking, a lot of walking on the trails in British Columbia. I see her all over the place. So she really enjoys that. And the other really interesting thing that I found out about Sheri is that she jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. Like, I don't know why, but she did. So welcome, Sheri. I'm really glad to have you here.
Hi, Julie.
Yeah, I'm going to just tell everybody what the title of your story is. I'm going to read it out of the book to make sure I don't make any mistakes. So Sheri's title was How My Mirror Saved My Life, My Battle with Anorexia. So Sheri, why don't we start today by you telling us why did you feel that you wanted to write your story?
Well, I wrote my story to help others with anorexia or bulimia because it's a very it's a hard disease to have, and I wanted to help others.
Okay, well, that's a great way to do it because these books are going all over the world, and I know from personal experience because I get emails all the time from people I don't even know that tell me how grateful they are for the book. So thank you so much for doing that. I know you're definitely helping people. So when was it that you first realized that you had a problem?
Well, it was when I had a shower. I came out and went to my room, and my towel dropped, and I saw myself in a mirror, and it wasn't nice what I saw. I was scared. I saw a skeleton. It was all skin, just bones and skin, and every rib I had. It was very scary.
I bet. How old were you at that time?
I was probably 24,
Oh,
25.
wow.
I was young.
That's yeah. And so what did you do when you saw yourself?
Well, I cried for a while and I thought, wow, this isn't cool. I just need to go get help for this. I had to think about it for a bit, like you have to realize you're not eating and you really need the food in you to help you and to think straight because you can't really think straight when you're not eating.
Right.
So I went to the doctor and I told him my situation.
And what kind of help did you get from the doctor, or what was he able to do for you?
Well, he sent me to meetings. It was like group meetings with other anorexias and bulimics. And I went there a couple times, but I didn't feel right. I couldn't feel comfortable talking in a group. I needed more help than that for me.
Mm-hmm.
That for me just I was shy and I couldn't speak up about it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think that's the thing, right? For some people, groups would certainly help, and then for others, especially if you're shy, it might be very difficult to be there. So I can certainly understand that. So what did you do then? Did you go back to your doctor, or what did you do?
I went back to my doctor and I told him I'm not comfortable. I need to do this on my own. So he suggested I talk to a psychiatrist.
Oh, okay.
And so I thought, oh my gosh, this isn't cool. Say, oh my, because you never really want to admit you go to a psychiatrist. Because
Right.
back then it was like, just, I don't know, it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I went and it started to help me, but it took a long time.
So I think you mentioned in your story that you went to see the psychiatrist for about 3 years.
Yes.
Wow, that is a long treatment time for sure. And so did it help you right away, or like, did you go up and down, or what was?
No, it didn't help me right away. I was not gaining weight. I was not feeling comfortable. I had a lot of stress inside of my head,
Yeah.
and it didn't help me. So I tried different medications. I kept asking, why am I on all these medications? And it was to help me get an appetite, to think differently about what was going on in my life. And yeah, it took a long time,
Mm. So,
years.
and the drugs to help you with your appetite, did that actually work? Did it cause you to eat more? Like, how did I was curious whether they worked or not for you.
Well, the first few medications they gave me, no, didn't work. It didn't make me feel very nice.
Mm,
So we kept switching it until they gave me one and it actually helped me get an appetite. I was sleeping better.
mm.
I started to gain weight, and that was very hard.
Ah, yeah, because I know you mentioned something to the effect of you're anorexic. The last thing you want to do is gain weight.
Yes.
And
It's
so,
hard to get used to that weight
yeah,
and to
yeah,
look at yourself and think, wow, that looks good. I actually look good with a little muffin top.
yeah. Yeah, so a little healthier, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and so you went for treatment for 3 years, but you never went back to any group counseling.
No, I didn't. I did this on my own because that was what was best for me.
Yes,
It
yes.
may not be best for everybody, but for me, that was the way to go.
Yeah. And so how are you doing? So I'm just curious. So when, like, how like, is this a constant fight for yourself? Like even now today, do you still have, does anorexia go away, or do you have it forever, or how does that work?
Yeah, anorexia does not go away. Well, it doesn't for me. There
Okay.
are times where I could like not eat for a day because I feel anxiety, I feel stress, and then I got to remind myself, you got to eat because you got to think properly, and stress still causes it because anorexia is something that you actually will have for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
It will be a constant battle.
And so if I'm hearing you right, then it depends on what's going on in your life at the time that creates it to sort of come to the forefront again, or
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. And it's life stresses that cause this, and it's a battle. I will never go back to that weight of 98 pounds ever again. But there are days where you get stressed and you just don't think of eating.
So then, Sheri, would this be considered like a coping mechanism? Like, some people drink, some people maybe do drugs, some people, I don't
Yeah.
know, sleep
Yeah.
for days. But so anorexia is it a way of feeling that you've got control in your life, or
Yes, it's like that. It's
yeah.
how some people, they will go and drink to cope. They will go do drugs to cope. Me, I starve to cope.
Hmm.
And it's like they say, once you're an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Well, once you're an anorexic, you are an anorexic.
uh,
And you learn to fight that battle, and you learn that eating is the way you should go. And I think about all the hiking I do and all that. And if I didn't eat, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would probably
right,
be dead.
right. And so the so I'm just trying to think about this. So when you're in the stage of not eating, from what you're telling me, your brain is not working correctly then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it must affect not just your appearance, but it's also affecting your ability to do your job or to go to school or to think properly, I guess.
Well, for about 4 or 5 years, I did take a break from working because that was very hard. But after that, after I gained weight and I got help for it, I still worked and still fought that battle, and I was okay with it. I would actually eat my lunch at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's so strange.
Well, no, that's not strange. Not at
I think
all.
I think it was because I started work so early in the morning
Yeah.
that by 9 o'clock I actually would feel hungry.
So Sheri, for anybody that might be listening to this, or even somebody who's read the chapter in the book, Women Like Me, what advice do you have for somebody that might be, maybe they kind of think maybe they have a problem, or they're not really sure, or I don't know, what kind of an advice would you give to anybody?
That there is help out there. It will be tough. It's not easy, and you can do it. You can absolutely fix that. And yes, it will be a battle, but you are strong enough that you will do it. You will gain weight and you will feel comfortable.
Ah, well. Well, Sheri, thank you so much today for coming on and enlightening me anyway, about anorexia and the effects of it, and how to go and get help. And I know that anybody watching this that needs help, or maybe they know someone that's going through this and they need help as well. I'm sure that by listening to your story or reading it in the book, I know that they'll be able to get the help that they need. So I really appreciate you coming on today, Sheri, and thank you so much.
And thank you, Julie, for having me.
You're
It was,
welcome.
thank you.
Okay, take care.
Have a good day.
You too.